Here's Chief Meteorologist Chris Boone.
So we've been seeing mostly clear skies through much of the central plains, though we've seen some very strong winds actually associated with that low pressure as it kind of moves over the Great Lakes. Those winds moving down the Mississippi River Valley, though. For here in Texas, things have been fairly quiet. We have seen a little bit of high clouds across the area. Mostly have been moving in from the west, again, out towards the Big Bend area and just starting to skirt through the southern parts of the Concho Valley. So if you look off to the south, you see some of those high cirrus clouds. That's really about the only addition we've really seen across much of the state. We just see a couple of showers and thunderstorms just to the west of Houston area. So again, not a whole lot of activity. Our better rain chances really start picking up as we kind of go in towards next week. So it's going to be a fairly quiet weekend as we get ready for the weekend. Again, seeing some of those high clouds again out towards Crockett County and towards our southern parts of the Concho Valley. Again, still moving off towards the southeast. For the most part, mostly clear skies across the area. Looking off to the north, don't see really any clouds. A little bit cooler, 84 degrees right now in downtown San Angelo. Those dew points in the 30s, so very dry out there as those winds are out of the northeast. We're going to be watching for these winds to turn a little bit more out of the southeast. That's going to see those humidity and those dew points start to climb, get all that moisture in place as that cold front is expected to make its arrival early next week. Temperatures right now across the Concho Valley in the mid-80s for much of the area. You have 170 on the map, 79 out towards Big Lake. Everybody else still hanging out in those 80s, but that's been a bit of a relief compared to what we saw yesterday. Temperatures, again, down about 5 to 10 degrees compared to this time yesterday. So again, feeling the effects of that cold front, though we saw more during the overnight hours as well. The drought monitor that updated today. Again, we didn't see a big improvement, though we did see some improvement out in Sterling as well as western Coke County. That's where we saw kind of the drop down from the extreme back down to the severe. But we could see a little bit more help with our drought conditions as we go in towards early next week. Clear skies expected for the game this evening. If you're headed out to the Lakeview Chiefs game, they're going to be hosting Brownwood. Temperature is going to be in the upper 70s near kickoff, cooling off a few degrees, dropping down into those low 70s. So maybe a light jacket if you're planning to head out to the game. Otherwise, we're going to continue to cool down into those low 50s for those overnight lows. 52 expected for our overnight low. And then tomorrow we'll be hovering again right into those 80s once again. Warmer conditions, mostly clear skies, and winds turning out of the east, and we'll be watching for that low pressure system push another strut of some cold air in towards the eastern parts of the U.S. That's going to allow some of that cooler air to work its way in towards our area, and then couple that with that instability. That's going to allow those rain chances to really start to fire up as our next front makes its arrival. Again, that's going to be basically early on Sunday. More widespread showers expected for us on Sunday going into Monday. Then that all pushes further off towards the south. So again, seeing some beneficial rain make its arrival in the Concho Valley, and they're going to see, again, those rain totals anywhere between 1 to 2 inches could be expected to get picked up over the next week. And again, they'll see the impacts of the colder temperatures behind it. We'll go from the 80s back down into the 60s and 70s, some of the coldest temperatures we've seen so far this season.